Hi everyone, very good morning and good evening. We'll start the session. Let me share my screen. Okay, guys. Okay. In previous session, what we have discussed, we saw that how to load the data to the table by using user stage, right? Now today we are going to see how to work with table stage area. Here, user stage will be represented with at the rate tilt symbol, right? The same way here table stage, it will be represented with at the rate percentage table name. This is table stage at the rate percentage table name. Now here this table stage is have table level restriction. It is having table level restriction. Table stage will have table level restriction. And this table stage, like a user stage, no need to create. We no need to create this table stage also. By default, when you create a table, table stage will be created. Like how the user stage will be created when you create a user stage will be available, right? For every user stage will be available. The same way, for every table when you create, table stage will be available. So let's assume, let's observe this here. Let me come here. See this. In the previous session, we created some tables, right? So one is EMP table, another one is EMP user table. These are the two tables what we have here. Now if you observe, see this list at the rate percentage EMP. This is a table stage, EMP table stage. See this one. This is EMP table stage. Stage is available. The same way, list the rate percentage EMP underscore user. This is another table stage. This particular table, see this table stage area, see this. Every table by default when you create a table, table stage will be created. You no need to create manually. But this table stage will have table level restriction. It means one table file you cannot able to process for another table. Whatever that file you are going to keep it in the one table stage area, you cannot use it for another table. This is a table level restriction. Now let's observe this how we can able to work with this. Now our requirement is, let's assume we have some data here, table stage, we have some files here, the same files. These files we wanted to load the data to the table. Now observe this. What we will do first, we need to create a table, right? Let's create a table here. We are creating a table and this is a table name emp underscore. We will give tbl underscore stg to easily remember. This table we are creating for the table stage. That's why I'm giving the specific extension. Now let's create a table. If you create a table, what will happen here? Now the table will be created. Along with the table is created with the columns and data types. Along with this table, you will have a stage also. See this list at the rate percentage emp underscore tbl underscore stg. Now see this one. You can able to see the stage area. Now the stage is available. Now we want to load the data to the table by using this table stage area. What we need to do, if you want to load the data to this table, we have to keep the file in the stage area, right? Then only we can able to load. When you want to keep the file in this particular stage area, we have to use put command, right? Now let's modify the put command according to our table and then file. Now this is the put command, and put here we are going to give, this is stage area. Now this is the at the rate percentage table name. This is the stage area. Now this is the path, right? This is the path. Now when you are picking a path, select the file, hold your shift button, right click, then you will get copy as a path. Now come here, now give this. This is the path. Now can we able to execute this put command here in our CLI? Not possible, right? See this, if you execute this put command here in the user interface, it is not possible. Where we can able to execute this put command? We have to execute this put command in our command line interface. In the CLI, we can execute. So here in the user interface, it is not possible to execute it here. For that, what we can do? Let's come to command prompt. Here we need to first we have to connect it to our Snow SQL space -a space our account details. Now let's pick the account details from here. This is the account details from here to here. Right click, don't give semicolon here, just hit enter button, then it will be connected. In some of your system, if anyone is getting error when you are logging into this, if your cloud platform which you configured here, after this dot aws dot azure you can give, then it will work. But most of your configurations, this one will work. If it is not working, then only some of the regions it will throw error, then you have to give dot aws or dot azure. Now I have given the username. Now I'm giving the password. Now it is connected to this one. Now we need to connect to database. Use database and then database name. Now what we need to do? We have to execute this put command. This is a put command. Come here, execute this put command. Now this is executed. Now the file is uploaded. Now once the file is available here in the stage area, see this, this is the table stage which we have used. Now the file is available here, right? We can able to see the file is available. This file, we need to load the data to this table, right? To load the data to the table, what we have to do? We have to execute a copy command, right? What we have done previously, copy into the table from stage area. Same process. Observe this here. Only what is the difference? We are using different stage area, that's it. Copy into, this is the table from at the rate percentage table name. This is the stage area. We are copying into the table from our stage area file. Now let's execute this. Observe this one. Now what happened now? File has been loaded to the table. Now observe this one. Select star from EMP table stage. You can see the data is available. Now you can use user stage, you can use table stage, we can use named stage. Most of the time we will use named stage, but user stage and table stages, if you have any restrictions, if you have any confidential files, then only you can use it. Now for example, let's assume you have one of the reference table. This file has to be loaded to the same table only. You should not load this file to other tables. Let's assume region table is there. For example, this region table data, you need to load it to Asia Pacific region. You should not load this to other regions. In this particular situation, So we can use this table stage area. Once you keep the file in the table stage area, then other tables cannot able to accept this. Now observe this one. What we will do is we are creating new table. I'm creating new table for test. See this one. We are creating a new table for the test. Let me create a table. Now this is a new table. Now observe, this is a new table. Now already the file is available here, right? See this. Already the file it is available, right? The file is available. Same file, we wanted to load this to this particular table. Then already file is available. Just we will modify this command. See this one, underscore test underscore test. If you observe previous and then this one, let me keep it side by side below. Okay, observe this one. What is the difference here and here? Only the table. The stage is same. Here the stage is same, these two, but the table is different. The table structure also same here. See this, table structure also same. We create a table structure also same. The same file, if I try to load it in this table, whatever the file we have loaded, same file we are trying to load to this particular table also, because of the structure is same. If you try to do it, observe what is the error we are going to get. See this one, what happened now, what it is telling. See this, access to the stage area of a table with the schema of another table. See this, it is telling, so one table stage, you are trying to load it into another table is not allowed, right? So you cannot able to load this one table files into another table. So it's not possible, because the stage which the file is loaded, only it belongs to the same stage. So it is not going to applicable for the another table. Now if I want to load the data into this table, again the file we need to keep that in the this particular table stage area. Now let's observe this. What we will do is we will change put command, and this is the stage area, or otherwise this is the new stage area. Now again we need to keep the file. Now copy this, come here. Now we are uploading the same file into another stage. Now here this stage also the file is available. Now what we can do, now stage name we can change here. Instead of the previous stage, instead of the table stage, this new table stage we will change underscore test. Now observe this. Now when you run this, now we can able to get the data. So what is the difference here? Previously we have used different stage area. Now we have used stage belongs to that particular table only. That's the reason it has been loaded, right? Now one more thing. Okay, this is the restriction what we saw. Now here only we loaded only one file, right? Only one file we have processed. Now we wanted to process all the remaining files also. For example, in a folder we have, let's assume in a folder we have multiple files. Let's assume 10 files or 15 files, whatever it may be. From this, I want to process all the files to the stage area. From the stage, all the files are the same structure. I wanted to load all the files to the same table. Then what we can do is we can load all these files. Now if you observe here, let me show you here. What we can do is, instead of 1, if I give star here, see this star, what it will do is it will pick with whichever is starting with employee. After that, whatever it is there, it is going to pick all the files which is starting with employee name. See this, how many files we have? One, two, three. We have three files. It is starting with, all are starting with employee only. Now it is going to pick all the files. If I execute this put command, now the file 1 already it is available in the stage area. The file which it is available, the file will not be processed, will not be loaded, it will be skipped. Only the file which it is not processed, only that particular file only uploaded. That file only it will be uploaded. Now observe this one. What happened here? This is skipped because file 1 already available in the stage area. File 2 is uploaded, file 3 is uploaded. Again, if I try to execute the same command, observe what it will do. All the files are skipped because the files already available. Snowflake by default, the mechanism, the default properties, it will not allow you to upload duplicate files in the stage. It will not allow you to load duplicate files in the table also. Now here if you observe how many files we have here, stage underscore test, we have three files. See this one? We have three files. Now we have three files. Now we wanted to load any specific file, or if I want to process all the files, then just if I run the execute the command, it will load all the files. It will load all the files. But I wanted to process any specific file. Then what you can do is we can use pattern command. See this one? We can use pattern command. So with this help of pattern command, we can able to load specific files. The on error we will come to that. So pattern command. Now see this one. This is the syntax for the pattern command. What we are going to do is here we will use pattern and then dot. So this is the star employee 1. It means it is going to pick only this file. If I give employee 2 only the specific file employee 3, it will load only the employee 3 file. If I give employee 2, it will pick only employee 2 files. Like that we can able to specify specific files what we wanted to load. Sorry, here one file 1 already loaded to the table, right? If I give again employee 1 file, what it will happen? See this employee1.csv.gz, because what is the file name here? See this, how it looks like in the stage area. Employee1 dot sorry guys, csv.gz, right? That's the reason you can see this. Now if I try to execute it here, now let's observe what will happen now. File already loaded, right? That's why it is not picked. It is telling that 0 files processed. Now same thing, if I use, see this, if I want to load only the employee 3 files, employee 3 file 3, file 3 I wanted to load. Now in this case, observe this one, which file it will be loaded? File 2 is not loaded, file 3 is not loaded, but we are specifying only file 3. Then only the file 3 will be loaded. See this one, which file it is? File 3, right? Now if I comment this, if I comment this one, then what will happen? If I comment this, it will try to pick all the files. If you execute this, it will try to pick all the three files. But file 1, file 2, sorry, file 1, file 3 already available in the table. Already it is loaded. Which is pending? Only file 2 is pending, right? Now execute this. Observe this one. See this? Only the file 2 is loaded. If you try to execute again, what will happen? All the files has been loaded. It will not allow you to load same file. See this. When you are processing So it is not allowing, right? It is not allowing the same files. Now if you check the data here, you can able to see data from all the files. See this, you can able to see the data from all the files. Yes, all the three files data has been loaded. This is the way how we can able to load the individual files, how we can able to load all the files, and so how to load the specific files by using a pattern command option if you have multiple files. Now so we have to see, so another thing, for example, let's assume we wanted to load specific columns. It means, now observe this table. What we are going to do is, when you are creating a table, we are creating specific columns, emp underscore sc, specific columns. Now how many columns we have here? Three columns: id, name, salary. Only three columns we are creating as a table. Now we created three columns. Just a minute, guys. Okay, now we want to load the data to this table. What is the process? We need to keep the file in the stage area, right? When you want to keep the file in the stage area, what we will do? We will use put command only. Observe this. We are going to use put command, and this table name. This is the table name. Now here we will pick any one file from the same stage area. Now let's execute this put command here. Execute the put command. Now observe, file is available. File is available. Now this file, if you try to load to this particular table, observe what is the error we are going to get. What is the table name? Here, see, here also we will use sc. Now see this, copy into table from @ percentage table stage name. Now when I execute this, here in this particular file, how many columns we have? In the file, whatever you are trying to process, how many columns we have? Five columns. Five columns we have. Now the table which you are trying to load, emp underscore sc, this table, how many we have? Only three columns we have. Will it allow you to load? Now let's execute this and then observe. See this. This is one of your interview question. Observe this one. What is the error here? Number of columns in a file. Observe this. Number of columns in a file, 5, right? What it is telling? Columns in a file is 5. It is not matching with corresponding table. How many columns in a table? It is telling 3, right? It is not matching. The count is mismatching, right? Count is mismatching. So they are telling that you can use on error option. Going forward, we will see how to use the on error option. So on error means we can skip the file, we can load the data, only valid data, or we can abort the statement. So these are the options we will do. Coming sessions we will see that after the named stage. But here, okay, it is not allowing, right? Then how to load it here? If you now I don't want all the columns. Now intentionally I wanted to pick only the three columns from that particular file. I wanted to load only the three columns into this particular table. In that case, what we can do is we can use specific columns from stage name by using like this, we will call it as a metadata columns in the stage. Now if you observe, what we can do is like this, we can specify. Okay, otherwise let me type it here. Select $1, $1. $1 means column 1 from the stage area. $2, column 3 column 2 from stage area. $3, column 3 from stage area, from stage. Now observe this one. This is the how we will specify. Now what it will do, instead of picking the all the columns from the stage, we are mentioning only pick 1, 2 and 3. It should be in a sequence. What all the table, based on the table, see this one, empid, name, salary. So you need to know what the file they are processing, what file you wanted to load. That file and this one both should have same sequence, then only it will work. For example, instead of salary you have other column location, that is a fifth column. Then here also you need to give fifth, then only this will work, otherwise it will throw error. It should be in a like exactly what you wanted to pick and then what you wanted to load into the table. This column and then here in the file both has to match, employee id, name, salary. In our file also it is in a sequence, $1, $2, $3 from the stage area, right? Now let's observe this one. If I execute it here, it will pick only those three and then it will be loaded. See this one, now it has been loaded. Now if you check here, select star from table, this is the table. Now when you execute this, see this one, what you observed, the file, how many it is loaded, only three columns. It is not throwing any error. This is a specific command we have to use when you are picking specific columns from the stage area, right? So this is the process. Now sorry guys. Here what we saw that we have loaded the data by using table stage area, and we saw that how to load all the files and how to load specific files by using the pattern command, how to load specific columns, right, by using this particular stage option. These are the things what we have done in table stage. Now we have named stage. When it is coming to the named stage, right, this named stage will not have any restriction. Named stage we need to create, it is not default, we need to create. It is represented with at the rate stage name, whatever the stage name you are going to create, that we will call it as stage name. So we will use that name. So you can give any name for the stage, and this you can use it for internal stage as well as external stage. If you are using named stage for local files, that is internal stage. When you are using named stage for external, means cloud locations, when you are picking the data from the cloud platforms, let's say AWS or Azure, if you are picking the data from there, then we will use external stage based on the which one you are using. Based on that, stage is going to work. It can be worked as an internal stage as well as external stage. When you are picking the local files, we will call it as a internal stage. When you are picking the files from the cloud, then we will call it as a external stage. Now at the same time, it contains file properties, file properties, file format properties. It will be available for the named stage. You can able to see that. Now if you want to create here, the main thing is there is no restrictions, no restrictions. Any user can able to use. You can use this named stage for any table. There is no restrictions. Most of the time we are going to work with named stage in our projects. Now if you observe, let me show you. Now we want to create stage. For example, create stage, and I wanted to create a named stage. You can give the name for the stage. Here I will give named named stage only. I will give named stage. Now this is the stage name. See this one, what we are doing, create stage, stage name. Now we have user stage and table stages, right? If you observe here, user stage, table stage, can you able to see anything here? No, right? Only the table you can see. The stages we cannot able to see. Now observe this. We are creating a stage now. This is a named stage. When you create a stage, observe this here. You can able to see the stage name. This is named stage. Now what it is telling, type internal stage, because so we created this stage for the local, right? If you create a stage with the cloud locations, then you can able to see external stage. Now this is internal stage. Now once the stage is created, if you observe, list at the rate stage name, list at the rate stage name. Now you can able to see the files here. You can able to see the stage details. Now at the same time, what this stage contains, file properties, file properties. Now let me show you. If you want to see that, describe stage and then stage name, describe stage and then stage name. Observe this one, what you observed here. These are all the file properties. These are all file properties for the stage. So we will use these file properties in a copy command. Now the same thing, if I execute it here, observe this stage name. Sorry. See this? These are all the properties. Some are, see this one, field delimiter. We are using skip header. We will use, and then we can use on error continue, and at the same time skip file, purge command, and then truncate columns, force, enable. Some of the important properties we are going to see in the copy command. In the coming sessions I will show you how to utilize this. You can see the property, and then you can see the property value, default value. This is the default values for the property. This is the default value. You can change from true to false. So this is the this is the value what we will get it. This is the default value, so you can able to change it. Okay, so these are the property. This properties is available only for this named stage. Now we have user stage and table stage also, right? For example, if you describe, see this one. So I have table stage at the rate percentage emp. This is a table stage, right? Now observe this. Will you get anything? No, right? The same way, describe, we have tilt symbol. This is a user stage. Observe this. This properties is not available for user stage and then table stage. This is only for a named stage, and named stage there is no restrictions. Any user can use, and any table you can use the files from the named stage. Once you keep the files into the named stage, any user can able to use it, and then from any table it can be utilized at this named stage files. So there is no restrictions. We will see that in the coming session. So what are the things we have discussed? So first, so we discussed about the user stage, right? User stage have the user level restriction. Every user will have a user stage area. After that, we discussed about the table stage. Table stage, every table will have a table stage area. This table stage will have table level restriction. At the same time, so we saw that, so how to load multiple files into the stage area, and then user stage restrictions, we saw that, table stage restrictions, and then how to pick only the specific file by using a pattern command if you wanted to pick specific file. And at the same time, so when we are using only the specific columns, if you wanted to load, then we can use the metadata option from the stage area, like we can pick $1, $2, $3 from the stage. Like this we can able to perform. In the coming session, sorry guys, we'll stop it here. In the coming session we are going to see how to work with a stage area. Okay, just a minute. Okay. And to, like Saturday, Sundays, we don't have class, right? So only the weekdays only we have a class. The next class will be on Monday. Meanwhile, whatever the things we have done today till date, right? Please practice it, and all this will be uploaded in the drive, guys. Let me come to the questions here. I will go one by one. Let me check. Is mandatory table stage at the end of the table while creating a table stage? See, one thing, Shravani, we are not creating table stage. We are not creating table stage. Just we created a table. That's it. If you observe here, see this one. Just we created table. That's it. We created a table, right? We didn't created any table stage. Once you created a table with the same extension, you will have the table stage area. At the rate percentage, after that we have to give the table name, then only table stage will be recognized. Otherwise it will not recognize. Just if you wanted to give at the rate percentage, it will not recognize. For which table stage you want, you need to specify the table name, then only you can able to see that. Otherwise we won't get the details. Can you give same name for the stage name and table name? Can you give
Yeah,
same
got it,
for,
Dinesh.
yeah, same name for stage name and table name? Okay, whatever the table name, we have to give the same name as a table stage name. Okay, good. On error command we are going to discuss, Manoj. On error, what we'll do is there is three option. By default, if you observe, on error, see this one, abort statement, right? For example, when you are running here with this, let me show you this one, what it is throwing, it is throwing error. When it throws error, this is a abort statement command. By default, on error will be abort. It means it won't load any data to this table in this execution because of error. Now I don't want to get the error. I wanted to load only the valid files. Then we can use on error command. On error equal to continue. If I use that, then it will pick only the valid data. It will ignore invalid data. If I use on error equal to skip file, Then if I have multiple files, which file is having error, that file will be skipped, remaining file will be loaded. So practically we will see that in the coming sessions. I will show you how to work with this. These are all commands come under validation process. We will see that how to work with that validation errors. Can we
Got it.
transfer
Thank you.
file from one stage to another stage? No, that is not possible, guys. Good question, Sridhar, but it is not possible. So once we have the stage, from the stage we can able to load it to the table, but it is not possible to transfer it from one stage to another stage. That is not possible. No, Piyush, after this snowflake is completed, after that only the DBT will start.
Okay, thank you.
Any other questions here?
One question from my side,
Yes,
Dinesh.
Prakash, tell
So
me.
what will happen if you delete that CSV or Excel file from that particular folder? So if you delete it and if you select from the the table,
Mm.
will it give the results?
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Once you delete the files from the stage area, it doesn't matter. It will be still available. For example, see this. To delete, I will use remove command here, rm and at the rate percentage tbl underscore stage. This is the stage area, right?
Mhm.
Now, see this. This file has been removed. Now, if you observe list at the rate stage name, file has been removed from the stage. This file, the data already it's loaded to the our table, right? Once it is
Right.
loaded, the permanently it will be available in the stage area. Sorry, permanently it will be available in the table. See this one here. You can
Okay.
able to see the data. See this. It will not impact. So
Okay.
because from the file already we received the data to the table, so it will be available. If you delete the data in a table, then only it will impact here. Otherwise, it is not related to your stage once it is loaded.
Mhm. Got it.
Dinesh, I have a question. So when we are using the user stage where actually the file is actually getting created internally, like where does the file is getting stored in the Snowflake side?
Snowflake site, it is going to show this is a Snowflake stage area. Whatever the data, whatever the database, the table data and storage, everything will be available in which cloud platform you are going to store. When we configure, we selected the cloud platform as AWS, right? AWS S3 is the storage location for our Snowflake. If you select Azure configuration when you are configure Snowflake, then all the data, underlying data will be stored in, all the storage will be available in Azure Blob Storage. If you select GCP, then it will be the GCP. It will be like that.
So for the user stage also, so internally, where does that actually, if we say, we upload the file employee1.csv in that user stage area, so where does it actually go? It stores in the AWS S3, you are saying?
It stores in the AWS S3 in the internal stage area.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, and the Snowflake does not disclose how to refer that thing.
No, that is not possible. Only the thing is you can able to see here, see this in the monitoring. When here in the cost management, just you can able to understand
Mhm.
so how this storage is happening. See this one, computation and then cloud. And at the same time, if you come to any one of the storage locations, see this one, storage. In the storage, you can see See this one, this is related to stages. Whatever the stages we are showing here, this is the stages. And then this is related to the database. The stage files, whatever the files we are keeping here, that stage files also it is occupying the storage. Observe this one. This we can able
And
to see that.
yeah, and this is for the specific user which you're using, right? The one which you're using is sysadmin, or what is your user ID? That is the user ID, right? It is
Mm,
created in the user stage.
mm. It now, but when it is coming to this, right, it will give the details for everyone. For example, here in the monitoring also, if you see this details, this log details, this is for the complete account, not only for the user. Here if I have multiple users also, you can able to see all the users, what queries they are running, how much time duration it is taking, and then so what, when they have started, when they have ended, what is the virtual warehouse they are using. All the details you can able to see it for all the users, not only for your user. These details you can able to see it for all the users.
Okay. And one last question.
Yeah,
So
yeah, go.
once you create that name stage,
Mm-hmm.
so how will other your users will be able to access it? Suppose, right now I will come out of your user ID, say on the, what's your ID,
Uh,
the
so
X, whatever your
got
ID.
it,
So if we
got
come
it.
out of it and log in, so how will I be able to, access
You
that one in the
you
name
can able
stage?
to, when it is coming to the named stage, whatever the table we are going to create, this is a database object, right?
Mm-hmm.
It means
Mm-hmm.
other users also can able to access the same table, right? If you
Okay.
logged into this particular same account with your user, then you can able to see the tables also. The same way, the named stage also, once I created, this stage will be available for the every user, not only for me. Every user, this object, this is a database object, so everyone can able to use this.
Okay. So any user,
Yes,
who is able accessing this database and schema.
exactly, they can able
Okay.
to access this.
Okay. Okay, but it has to be the same database and same schema, otherwise this won't be
Yes,
accessible, right?
yes,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay, got it. Thank you.
Have a question. So what is the file size limit for the Snowflake stages?
Snowflake stages, there is no limit, but actually what will happen is when we are loading the data to that specific tables, we will split the files less than 500 MB. So for the, as per the best practices, but it will accept up to 1 GB. Up to 1 GB file you can able to load.
Okay, for both the name stage and user stage?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, thank you.
How to find which table stages belongs to which table? Just with the help of list at the rate percentage only. So here we are not creating any specific table stage for any specific table, right? Based on the table only, the table stage will be available. See this at the rate percentage, after that we are giving table name. So this table belongs to, this stage belongs to this table. If you observe here, another one, see this stage belongs to this particular table. So with the extension of table name, so we can able to understand this stage belongs to this particular table. Any
Uh,
other questions?
Dinesh, how do we see
Yes.
the table size? Uh,
Table size, no need to write any commands here. Just
mhm.
if you move the cursor here, see this one, you can able to see this.
Oh, okay.
This is from metadata information
Okay.
size.
And any idea how do we also see the database size?
Same thing, you can able to see that. See this one. Here you will get the information, complete schema when it is created. Database size, we can get it by using information schema tables. I will show you that. Same time, let me just a minute to the data. we don't have that information. Here we have all the tables data is available, so how much it is occupied, but there is no complete. If you have multiple schemas, then we need to see the schema wise, but it is not here. I will show you how to do that. So
Okay.
from the information schema, we can able to understand. So what is the
Mm-hmm.
complete database size? There is
Sure.
two schemas. One is account usage schema, another one is information schema. From this, in the complete account, whatever the size is available, we can able to see that.
Okay.
Any other questions?
I have one more question. So internal stage, it means it uses the cache while storing
No,
the.
no. Cache is a different concept, Ankita. That is
Okay,
different. So this internal like a stage. So it is going to store in the internal stage only. So this
okay,
is related to our users, our named stage or our table stages. External
okay.
stage means that is related to cloud platform.
Cloud,
The data
yeah,
will be stored in cloud platform. Internal
cloud.
means let's assume that this is our local
Okay,
system.
okay. Local system, but it
Yes.
will not use that cache
No,
uh,
it won't use it.
storage. Okay, thank you.
Difference between user stage and table stage, simple thing, simple difference. User stage have user level restriction. Only user can able to access the files. Other users cannot able to access. For example, let's assume we both have Gmail, Satish. Now I uploaded my pics in my Gmail Google Drive. You are also having your Gmail account. You are also logged in with the same web URL gmail.com only, but you logged in, you can able to see only your Gmail data and then your pics, not my data, right? That is a difference of user stage. User level restrictions. User to user, there is no communication in a user stage. But is coming to the table stage, there is a table level restriction. One table to another table. Let's assume one folder to the another folder. One folder files we have to keep only in this folder only. Other files will not be accessed in the other files. So like that, table stage difference. Table stage is table level restriction. User stage is user level restriction. Okay, guys.
Dinesh, one last question.
Yeah, yeah.
So do we have any kind of, skewness in Snowflake?
Skewness
Skew
means
issue. Yeah, skew issue
what
like
exactly?
we have
The
the
load you
data
are talking
skew, the
about.
C. Yeah,
Data
so
load you are
like
talking about, right? Yeah, yeah, got
yeah.
it. So what will happen is based on that, based on the volume of the data, right? We are going to adjust our virtual warehouse t-shirt size, this one, from extra small to 4x large. If you have that issue, so anything, so you can able to see that in our query history execution plan. So here we have monitoring, right? Here when you go to the query history for any query, so here we can able to see the query profile. So here you will get all the information. So if it is not sufficient, then it will show us here this virtual warehouse is not sufficient. So that we will call it as a overflow. So then we need to increase our virtual warehouse t-shirt size. Then it will handle.
Okay. So you are saying the warehouse won't be having sufficient, it will
Mm,
give an error that like it does not have sufficient something you said, right?
yes, yes, it will throw.
It
Here
will
you
give an error like it does not have sufficient processing
exactly,
power.
exactly.
Okay.
Extra small means that is related to one server.
Hmm.
One server is extra small. So when we are discussing about the computation, right, we are going to discuss about in depth. This computation will have from extra small to 4x large. Up to 4x large we can able to do. And every time when you increase the t-shirt size means every time it is going to increase double your servers. From small, extra small, one server, small, two servers, medium, four servers, and then large it will be 8 servers. Like that it will increase the capacity of the virtual warehouse computation capacity, so that automatically this issue will be resolved.
Okay, got it. Okay, thank you.
Okay, guys. Thank you all. Thanks for your time. See you on Monday. Happy weekend, guys. Bye.
Thank
Thank you.
you.